Laurent Leylekian, political analyst and former director of the Euro-Armenian Federation for Justice and Democracy. Hello, thank you very much for being with us
evening.
on France 24. How do you explain this sudden flare-up of violence first?
Well, maybe we can assume that there is a global framework, with the events in Syria and the battle of will between Turkey and also Russia. But when it comes to these local affairs, one can also make two other assumptions. One, Azerbaijan is deeply depending on oil, and with the oil crisis, the fact that the oil prices are going down and down, the resource of the country of Azerbaijan are going down and down too, and the government is not able to buy the social peace anymore. And there are some turmoils in Azerbaijan, and attacking Karabakh is a way to divert also the population from the inner situation, the social situation of the country. And second, recently, from the human rights perspective, Azerbaijan is more and more isolated. 1 day ago, the Council of Europe announced that they stop any collaboration with Azerbaijan on human rights. So it can be seen also as a kind of retaliation.
Now, the Azeri army said on Saturday that it had, quote, liberated strategic heights and settlements in the north and east of the region, and Baku has frequently threatened to take back the mountain area by force. Was this a crisis waiting to happen?
Not really. I don't think it was so expected and so realistic to expect that Azerbaijan could succeed. First, the mere fact are proving that the Karabakh army is well trained, well equipped, and there is a strong difference also between the two armies. On the one hand, you have some people, Karabakh people, who are fighting for their life. For them, I talk with them, they consider independence as a way to realize safety, security, and life. On the other hand, there are some remote people attacking them on their territory, on their former colony, and frankly speaking, it's a drama for young Azerbaijani soldiers to die for this remote area. He doesn't care about this country, so I don't think it will go very far.
We were saying clearly this is a political issue. Are you concerned about the fact that Turkey is now vowing to support Azerbaijan if the fighting starts again? You mentioned apparently could be a proxy war between Russia and Turkey here.
Yeah, it could, but there are some red lines, and with Russia, red lines are really red lines. The current border between Armenia and the former Russian Empire and the former Turkish Empire has been definitely settled, and I don't think that Turkey would dare to make anything in that way. It would be really. By the way, when the war ended in 1994, it was because the Karabakh army was gaining much and more territory, and then Russians said stop. Otherwise we will be forced to stop the Turks. So it will be under control. I think so. I guess so. So
why have multiple efforts to reach a permanent settlement failed so far?
Well, the negotiations are under the umbrella of the so-called Minsk Group, directed by France, USA, and Russia. They proposed many confidence-building measurements, for instance, withdrawal of the snipers and monitoring teams to monitor. It has been accepted by both Armenia and Karabakh, refused by Azerbaijan. I think that there are 2 points that could be improved. On the one hand, up to now, Azerbaijan always refused to talk directly with Karabakh. That's why Karabakh is excluded from those negotiations. You cannot negotiate about a territory without the authorities leading this territory. So this is point one. Point two is also that, there is this point that Karabakh has been excluded from the negotiation. And also, I forgot what I wanted to say, sorry.
That's fine. Going back to what's happening this weekend itself, there are reports from the Armenian side that not only are civilians caught in the crossfire, they're actually being used as targets. They're being targeted by the Azerbaijani army. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We have some report that some cities that are small cities, Mardakert and Martuni, have been targeted and shelled by the Azeri bombing, and there are some civilian casualties, especially some children. There are one child dead and two which have been injured, and maybe some others. What I want to add is that up to now, about the negotiation process, the powers refrain to recognize Karabakh to preserve a space for negotiation. Maybe it was a wrong way. Maybe recognizing Karabakh would help diffusing the tension in the region.
It would be the way forward.
Yeah.
Laurent Leylekian, thank you very much
for
having spoken to us. Thank you.
Thank you.